We're gonna start the stream in 6 minutes at 11 o'clock, and I'll stream for about 20 minutes only. Just gonna be discussing the tournament structure, going off of what Peter Kica suggested, and probably change a lot about it, but we'll just look at his suggestions and go from there. Get the pop-up chat, pop-out chat. Again, I'll be starting the stream in 5 minutes. If I write it, will people be able to see it if they join after I write it? I don't know. Oh, they can see it on my... Alright. I should change that from 5 minutes to 11. Yeah, it should be... should be interesting at least. I should hide it for now. Ah. Oh, it's already on top. Oh, that didn't work. I'll give you the nothing. Sea of nothingness. The abyss stares back. I'm gonna tell you guys my favorite joke. You ready for this? What do you call a fish with 8 eyes? What do you call a fish with 8 eyes? A fish. I love that joke. It's my favorite joke. All right. What is this? Solid dad joke. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, 3 more minutes. I feel like I heard another really good joke recently. Oh, I'm following this guy on Twitter, or girl, who knows. It's prequel memes. It's just Star Wars memes from the first Star Wars movies. Or not the first ones, 1, 2, and 3. This account is actually hilarious. Yeah, we're gonna do it in 2 minutes. Starting at 11. 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm in the wrong corner of the screen. How embarrassing. Alright, let's see. My big ol' head. Looks bad, alright. It's easily fixed. Alright. I'll read the chat and then we'll get started. Get Twitter out of here. Oh wait, I gotta pull that up too. Read the chat first, then we'll get started. Here we go. Chat says, how often do you live stream? I have no schedule for live streaming. I live stream when the spirit leads. I did it. I think I have like withdrawal from doing fewer videos because I was doing videos every day and now I'm doing videos every other day. I was doing them every day and now I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and somehow I was doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and now I'm doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and it should be like a big relief, but now I'm like, oh, I want to do this little video. I'll just live stream it, whatever. So, not often, but when I want to, I don't know. All right, here we go. Pull up the thingamacdoodle. You were going super hard with the videos. I was. Okay, so this is Peter Kica's idea. He sort of took what we talked about in the video on restructuring the tournaments and reward and invite system, I mean, and summed them up into a little thingy. This is going well. And yeah, so I'm going to walk through it and talk about what I agree with, what I disagree with. And then sort of, I'm just fumbling along. I'm going and learning as I go. North America, 500 champion points equals day one invitation. I think that's fine. Top 16 gem points equals day one buy at Worlds. In other words, top 16 would get straight into day one, and then top 32 would get, I'm sorry, top 16 would get straight into day two. Top 32 would get 2 buys day one at Worlds. I want to add in here top 64 gets 1 buy for day one at Worlds. Assuming they get their invite. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Okay, I like this. I'm okay with this. I think 500 championship points is good. I think I'm going to be able to get my invite this year, and I have friends who are going to be able to get it, and we are not among the best in the world, so we shouldn't be at the World Championship. But I'm very excited to be. That doesn't mean I should. Okay, next. League challenges no longer offer championship points. I'm not convinced that's the right idea, but I'm not convinced that's right. But this is their idea. League challenges no longer offer championship points, but they can be ran once per quarter, and first through fourth promos will be printed with good ultra rares from the current set block. I like that, and I think if you are gonna take away the points, you have to do that. So I'm okay with this change. I'm not sure of all the ramifications that would come along with it, so I'd have to think more about it, but I'm okay with it, but I'm not convinced, I guess. Next, League Cup. Split between 4 quarters, just like current League Cups. No best finish limit, but 100-point cap per quarter. That depends. I don't like that. Because then you can go to, well, then I don't like that. I'd rather see League Cups be have like a league. I'd rather see 400 championship points for a day one invitation, and see cups be split all throughout the year. Like you can go whenever you want, and have a best finish limit of 6. I think that would be good. Actually, this kind of does help round out the differences between areas. Okay, this is actually pretty good. So if you split it between 4 quarters like it is currently, with no best finish limit, then but 100 cap per quarter, then you're at least having to, like, if you're looking at his League Cup scale, get top 8 for 24 more people quite a few times. Or if you have 48 people, you have to get top 16 10 times to get those points. So it allows you to grind, but that's a serious grind. I don't know if I like the ability to grind in like that. I gotta think more about that. I'm not sure I like that. I think I'd rather just see like a 400 point invite. I think I would like a 400 point invite, and then have but maybe you can get no more than 2 cups per, but a 300 cap. That's what I would say. Okay. So you have 4 quarters, or maybe you have 1 quarter that just doesn't have cups, like the last quarter where you have internationals and worlds in the US. We just don't have cups that quarter. Or you have no, this is fine. This is fine. I like I'm okay with how it is now. 500 championship points, and then just keep it, the cup system in terms of points rewarded, as is. That's fine. But yeah, we'll come back to that. So I would just say, don't do no best finish limit. Leave it at 2 per quarter instead of a 100 point cap, because that just allows people to grind, and I don't think that's good for any world invite, even if it's less prestigious day one invite. Give me a second. I'm just gonna look at the chat. Okay, cool. What's up, Jake? We are the grinders. Regional championship, international championship, no best finish limit. Okay, I also disagree with this. So I think for a regional and international championship, they should share maybe 6. We'll say 7. They share 7. And yeah, so they have a best finish limit of 7. I think that's an important part of what we're talking about, because it keeps it from being as much of a grind. Like, okay, you just have to go to 7 tournaments. Okay, then we're looking at League Cup points. Here, 40, 30, 22, 15, 10, 6, 3. Before you start getting up in arms about it just being 40, look over here. When you hit 24, all these go up by 10, so it'll be 50, 40. When you hit 48, all these go up by 10. When you hit 100, all these go up by 10. So what that would do is just make it so that it's more Um, like if you have a tiny little cup and you win, it's not as big of a deal. My issue with and I'm okay with that. Um, and that kind of makes his no best finish limit thing work. That actually makes it work. Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But what I don't like here is the gym points. Either I think you give 0 to anyone, or top 4 all get 1. That way you don't. It encourages professional players. I think top 4 should all get 1, and then if you have over 50 players, top 8 all get 1. That just gives a reason for professional players to come. But if you do it and they have to get first, then that de-incentivizes them to come. Like, okay, well, I have to win it. And I can probably win it, but if I don't, I just wasted my entire day. And we want top level players to enjoy being out there. So I think if you are top 4 or top 8, you should automatically get top 4 in a cup smaller than 50, top 8 in a cup larger than 50. You automatically get gym points, and just one, so that it's not irrelevant, but they don't have to win. Yeah. Then regionals, I liked his whole regional thing. And then, like, again, you have this whole kicker system, which I think can be a little bit too complicated, but it's pretty similar. It's just not written out like TCPI's is currently, or TPCI's is currently. But I would like to see more gym points, and he and I disagree on this. I talked to him about it. I'd like to see more gym points rewarded for larger regionals. For instance, when you get here, I think everyone above should get +1 gym point. When you get here, or sorry, this could be like +3, +2 at 400, and then that's it. Like, or maybe even at 500, you get +1 across the board. At 800, you get +2 across the board, and I'd be fine with that. And then even like 64th could get 1, and I think that would be fine. And then I think we could, okay. And since I forget we're going by gym points, so I think with gym points you can reduce the regional international cap to 4 or something like that. Like, because if they don't get a placement up here, they're not going to want to stop at 1. So I think 4 is actually fine for the regional and international best finish limit. And then some of them will just want to go to win money. So anyways, I think we could do because gym points is really geared towards the top players. And I'm fine with this CP, like, bumping up the more players you get. That seems good. And then international championships, it's the same idea, but you start 15. And then again, I would like to see, like, if you have over 1,500, maybe this could be 20. And if you and trickle down from there, like 18, 15, like that. And if you have over 800, this could be 17. And if you have, or this could be even 18 of over 800. And if you have over 500, this could be 16 or whatever. But overall, I like the system. And the thing about the system when you're reading through it like this is every change affects the other changes. So, like, what do you think about this? Well, this seems bad. Oh, well, when we look at it in the light of these changes, it kind of makes sense. I do think, I think this is a problem. Like, gym points need to go down to top 8 and it just be 1, just to encourage the pro players to see. It's really good for a local community to see pro players competing locally. And then but we don't want to burn them out either by making them go to every tournament like they have to this year, because a lot of people just aren't. They're just not doing it. And then the no best finish limit is also a problem. I think those are the two problems. Everything else is sort of personal preference. This needs to be... I could do, with his system of gym points, I could do 4 here. Like a best finish limit of 4 would be fine. But, yeah. So, I'm going to look at the comments now, and then we'll see. Nah, no best finish limit because you need to top 32 in order to get any gym points. If you consistently place in top 32 for regs and internationals, you deserve no limit to your travel consistency. So many smaller areas would be dogged by the cup changes presented. What do you mean by that? So many small... Well, I see another one. No, people will come out for 40 CP easily. Yeah, of course, but the difference between capping with 2 wins and 3 wins when there is 1 per quarter in my area means I'm driving to Cali that much more. Yeah, it's... the distribution of League Cups is its own problem separate from this. But, Russ, what do you think about... what more on no best finish limit? Like, okay, let me do an example. So if I'm able to day 2, I go to every internationals, or every regional and internationals, or a lot of, let's say go to 2 internationals and 10 regionals, okay? And I get top 32 at 5 and top 16 at 3 and top 8 at 1. So that would be 6, 11, 15. And then the internationals, I top 32 1 and I top 16 1. So that's 10. So together that's, I think I said 25. Versus someone who goes to 4 regionals, gets 2 top 8s and a 2nd place. 4, 8, 16, and that's okay. I'm down with no cap because they're already getting more just by going to 3 regionals. So you can sort of watch if you want and keep track of where people are. I'd be okay with that. Would there be a cap on how many gym points you can get from cups? Yes. It would be 2 per quarter. His doesn't specify, but I'm guessing he would say 2 per quarter as well. So 2 per quarter. But I really do think this needs to drop down to top 8. But if you guys have any other questions, you can ask, but that's actually it for my stream. I just wanted to walk through that and look at his system as a follow-up to my video. It's interesting. I do think this is a bit too complicated, but I don't think it has to be. Like, if you look at it from the way Pokemon has it, like, it's obviously a lot more complicated to do, but it makes it a little bit more understandable. Their formatting for it. So, all right. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm out.